did we go from this and this to this and this? Of course, with the help from our friends at the three-letter agencies. And this is for entertainment purposes only and is only my opinion. Okay, back to this transformation. Operation Longleash and Operation Mockingbird. Both of these CIA operations were launched to influence culture. And it might have started with the idea to beat the Soviets, but it did not end there. Operation Mockingbird started in the early 50s. They recruited journalists to push out propaganda. They funded news agencies, newspapers, magazines, and movies, all to push agency-approved narratives. Operation Longleash was from the mid to late 50s. This is when the CIA covertly funded art, specifically American art, music, film. This is how we got abstract art. And I am blaming right now the CIA for modern architecture. Kidding, not kidding. The agency has always had their hand in movies. Movies are steered by them, scripts rewritten, and films like Animal Farm completely paid for by the agency. And this was not just for propaganda abroad. Because if they figured out how they can control populations of people abroad, why wouldn't they use it here? In the late 60s and early 70s, we've got the peace, love, and rock and roll hippies. And if you love that era and the peace and love and the organic nature of all of that, well, don't look into it very much. It will ruin it for you. Now, in the 70s, Hollywood's obsession with the occult was not random. It directly mirrored the CIA's experiments into psychic warfare. There was literally a psychic arms race with us and the Soviets. And we ended up with projects like Project Stargate and Grill Flame. And the movies at that time mirrored all of that. Not to mention occult celebrities like Anton LaVey and Army PSYOP officer Michael Aquino. Of course, Anton LaVey started the Church of Satan, and Michael Aquino broke off from Anton LaVey and started the Temple of Set. And you cannot tell me that this guy was not doing weird stuff for our government. He literally worked in psychological warfare. My big question is, why do so many movies and Hollywood performances and music performances look like satanic rituals? Is it just for shock value? Because occult symbolism sells? All the symbolism and the pentagrams and the horns and the fire, the ritual staging, is it just all a performance? Just a spectacle? Just because it creates controversy? If that's true, it's kind of getting old, and you'd think that they'd move on to something else now. What I really think is going on is that dark ritualistic aesthetics serve as a psychological tool. The audience experiences awe, fear, submission, the same emotions that rituals are designed to trigger. That emotional manipulation is gold for mass influence. And I am not saying that every performance is some sort of ritual, but they do manipulate in the same way that rituals do. And all of this circles back and connects to intelligence agencies, and how art and Hollywood and music have all been influenced by these operations. What are your thoughts on this?